Well, hello there. Welcome back to the channel. I'm John. It is like October 15th, I think. 13th, maybe. October 13th, and it's in the mid-40s today. It was supposed to be pretty rainy, but I don't think that's going to hold out. I think it's just overcast now. But nice cool weekend. Maybe a little bit of rain. So everything's nice and wet and quiet. So it's a good weekend for bow hunting. I'm out with the longbow again, and we are hoping to get onto some deer. Yeah, I feel like I'm a long way from getting a shot at a deer. Got a lot of good comments on my last video. Thanks, guys. A lot of good pointers. I'll just talk about a couple things. I'm not really camouflaging too much because I'm still looking for deer. I'm not really at the point where I have a high probability spot. So I have no experience hunting with the longbow, you know. I've been hunting my whole life and shooting the bow my whole life, but I've only been hunting with this longbow this is my second year, and I got a long way to go. I shot once last year and I missed by like 10 feet. I was just all jacked up and super excited, and it was on our private property. It was a small doe, and it was a little bit of a far shot. It was too far of a shot, but so I feel like I got a long way to go before I'm actually getting a good opportunity at a deer. So I'm just kind of taking it one step at a time, you know, learn the area, learn the deer, try to get on it and progress from there, and not just starting with everything when I don't know what I'm doing yet. I wanted to say something about why I'm ground hunting, and it's because, number one, I don't have the money to just buy tree stands and fancy gear and all this stuff, you know. I don't have that much money. I'm sure people can relate to that. So, and then number two, I feel like you learn a lot more being eye level with the deer, trying to get close, basically trying to get close. So right now I'm in the hunting stage where I just want to see deer, I just want to get close to them. And once I get there, I'll progress from that. But that's where I'm at. So it's about 3:30 in the afternoon Friday. I just got up here today, and I'm on the National Forest in Wisconsin, and we'll see how it goes today. I don't know. Feels like a good day. It's nice and cool. It's quiet. There's not too much wind. It's not really heavy rain. Feels like a good day. So let's get to it. Alright, this is where I leave the road. It's a snowmobile trail. I just walk a half a mile up this old 2-track road and you hit the snowmobile trail. But behind me, you can see that wall of green. That's the edge of a swamp. And it goes north, northeast, all the way to the highway. Basically, there's a creek down in the middle of it. I'm going to work the edge of this creek. I'm going to stalk to a clump of trees, maybe 30 yards away. Stop and look. Go to another clump of trees 30 yards away. Stop and look. I'm going to work all the way up to this point where I've been sitting before. See if I can spot anything. It's super quiet out here. It's good conditions. Okay, nothing going on yet. I'm sitting on this spot I made before. You can see there's a little bit of brush here and there. Stuff some branches in the ground. Not a ton of cover. I'm not convinced this is a great spot. It's so hard to see sign right now. I'm looking at the ground and it looks like I can see imprints in the leaves. But it's just so hard to be confident in what you're seeing. So I'm actually kind of hungry. I'm gonna eat my beef stick and some trail mix and just sit for a little bit. I really took my time coming up this edge of the swamp. Went really slow. But there's a lot of traffic. I can hear the highway. I feel like that's got to affect the deer. You come and hunt on Friday and Saturday and there's nothing but cars on all the roads. They probably hunker down. But I'm right on a point in the swamp, so hopefully if something comes out of the swamp right on this point, I should get a crack at them, but I don't know yet. I just don't know. But I'm gonna eat and reassess in a little bit. Okay, this spot just doesn't feel right. I don't like it. I'm gonna go back the way I came. I found an area where it's kind of thick. It's almost a better transition from the swamp to the high ground, where if a deer was coming out of the swamp, he's not just like immediately exposed in the high ground. So it's kind of a nice soft transition. There's a lot of pine and stuff. It looks like there's some trails, a couple trails coming out of there. I'm gonna move back there and sit up and set up and sit. It's already 5 o'clock, so got about an hour and a half of light. So I'm gonna get moving right away. I just sat and ate and made a decision. As I was just got all my stuff on, I heard a deer blow. It sounded like it was pretty far. I checked the wind, and it was not going. I don't think it winded me. Something probably saw me from quite a distance because I was standing up, putting stuff on over my head. I don't see anything. I didn't hear it run. But I'm going to take that as a good sign that they're moving right now. I'm going to get over to that other spot. Guess I should have sat here for another 10 minutes. Right here's a bed. This is why I was hunting on this point, because they found beds up here. There's this grape here too. Okay, change of plans. I only went like 80 yards. I found that bed and that scrape. I came into the pines, so I can't shoot the scrape, but if they approach close to the pine trees, I cut a little hole right here and right through there. So I'm gonna sit right here. It feels like a great spot. I mean, this grape's gotta be fresh because the leaves falling. Alright, back at the truck. That was a bit of an adventure walking out. I decided to challenge myself. I got cocky and I was like, oh, I'll just walk out of here without using the GPS or the compass. Just follow the edge of the swamp, walking south. So I started walking, and eventually I decided, alright, I better look where I am, what's going on. And I look and I'm going almost completely east and not south. So I kind of reorient with the compass, with the GPS, and I start walking again. Put the GPS away. Walking. Didn't go that far. It wasn't that long. But then I looked again, and I'm halfway back to the swamp. Going the wrong direction. Going north almost. Like, what the heck? So I pulled out the GPS and just kept it out and just walked south and hit my logging road and made it back. So walk that should have taken 30 minutes took an hour basically. But well, you learn and you get cocky, you know. I've been in there half a dozen times and I just got to go south, walk a straight line. Like I started in the right direction, but that's the way it goes, I guess. But no, nothing came by. It was a good sit. I felt like I was excited to sit there. I thought maybe I'd get something, but it didn't happen, so well. Back to the cabin, get some dinner, and try again tomorrow. So I'm heading out for the evening again. It's Saturday. It's about 3:30 now. I just kind of putzed around the property this morning, and it's a little bit of rain early, and then it's kind of starting to clear up. Partly cloudy right now. I do believe it was a quiet day in the woods, so we'll see if they're moving at this evening or not. But I'm all alone now. Everybody left the property today. So if I were to get a shot, I'm on my own, which is pretty scary to think of, but we'll see what happens. I'm heading out to the same spot, and I'm gonna probably do some walking for a while until it gets later in the day, and I'll try to set up and sit. And it's nice temperatures. It's in the high 40s. It's not too windy, so I think it's a good day for bow hunting on the ground. Okay, so I just got off the trail right there. I'm gonna go and sit. I think what I'm gonna do today is just sit. I'm gonna go to the same spot I was yesterday. I can improve the shooting lanes a little bit, and then I'm gonna sit. So my biggest challenge today is learning how to sit, because I really hate just sitting there doing nothing. Should have about 2.5 hour sit. So I'm just gonna kind of quietly but steadily move to that area and see if I can keep from going stir crazy. I really feel like I need to learn to sit more. So here's my setup. I'll show you quick, just got here. I can shoot right through here. This is the transition right here. So if something was coming this way, I'd have them right here. And then the other direction. The bed and the scrape are right. The scrape's just on the other side of that tree, you can't see it. And the bed was like right here in front of it. And I'm just... And if they come from the other direction, I got this hole right here. So that scrape and that bed are maybe 25 yards. I can't really see it right now. But if something approached it and they were using cover, I should have a pretty close shot. I don't know. I'm gonna practice sitting. So I just cleared a few branches that were in my way this direction. I got pretty good back cover, and I got a lot of front cover here and here. So I'm just gonna sit here, stick it out. I'll have some snacks quick while I get settled in, and then we'll just let the day turn into night. Okay, I've been sitting about an hour. I don't have a backrest in this spot. I usually try to sit against the tree, but this spot really didn't have the right setup, so no backrest. I just stood up for 5 minutes to kind of stretch my back. That wasn't too bad, but the sun's getting low. I can see it. We got maybe another hour
The sun will be below the trees. Nothing going on yet. Okay, it's just starting to get dark now. I'm freezing my butt off out here. It's not too bad, but I'm just complaining. But not moving is always cold. I'm not seeing anything. Nothing is moving. It's prime time now. I got maybe a half hour. I'm gonna stick it out.
Another quiet night. Didn't see anything moving. Yeah, it's a little cold out there, which is expected, but I just gotta start. I think it's time to switch over to some warmer clothes. It was so, I call it nice this afternoon, midday. I think, I fell into the trap of dressing for that time and not dressing for the evening when it cools off all night. But I was alright. Sit went fine. 2 hours sitting. It's not really, it wasn't that bad. I went and looked at that scrape when I left. I didn't want to just, scent the place up by looking around when I came in. But when I left, and it was kind of dried up, it was pretty fresh yesterday, for sure. And today it looks like nothing's been back to it. So it's good to know. The walkout went good tonight. Had a little bit more light when I left, but just kind of trying to learn the lay of the land a little bit. There's some depressions and stuff where you gotta kind of memorize the terrain a little bit. So, but it went better tonight, and yeah, another good weekend bow hunting. Next trip is planned for early November, I think, so it'll be a couple weeks before I get back out. But thanks for watching. Like and subscribe, and we'll see you in the next video. Bye.